Hey guys, so I'm getting some great questions coming in via private message from you guys. So thank you so much for asking your questions. I think they're awesome. Keep them coming because it's the way that you learn about this awesome opportunity and, just gather more information to see if it's the right fit for you. So please ask away and, I'm always here to happy to answer them. So a couple things that I wanted to mention for you guys, and because I figured if one person is asking them, they may be on the minds of other people. So a great question that was asked was about like how do you connect with people? Like if say you live in a small area where there's not a lot of people, or you don't know a lot of people, that something to that nature. So I just wanted to share a response a couple different ways. So I live in upstate New York, and if you're not familiar, everyone kind of thinks New York and they think New York City is kind of, the mecca of New York. And I live about 2.5 hours north of New York City, and then I live about 25 minutes southeast of Albany, New York, which is the capital. So we were kind of in a rural area that's considered country. I mean, we're not too far as like malls. Malls are about a half hour, and kind of your shopping centers, your Targets, your Walmarts are about 20 minutes or so away. I do have supermarket right down the road, so we're not like totally out in the middle of nowhere. And then, a friend of mine that you heard her speak in the group earlier in the week, Andrea Otley, to give you like an opposite end of the spectrum, she lives out in Oregon, and she'll tell you she lives in the middle of nowhere. She has like, I don't know, she said like 50 to 100 people in her town. That's it. Like their closest grocery stores and shopping things are like 45 minutes away. So there's the varying places that you guys might live, and that's okay. And I have built, Andrea and many of the team members have built our businesses primarily using Facebook. About like 99% of the time, I would say, I've built this, from home using Facebook while I was working full time, and, it's been extremely successful. I only started using my business page or like page, probably in January. And I've been a coach for 3 years. So most of it is done on my personal Facebook page. And I just reach out to people through that. And we'll talk more if you decide to join us as far as, adding new people to your Facebook and, being part of different groups where you can meet people as well. So I just wanted to address that topic. So it doesn't matter if you live in a small area. It's okay because we can use social media to reach a lot of people. And Beachbody reaches people all, as coaches from coast to coast in the US and Canada. So there's plenty of people out there for us to help. And then the other question that I was getting a lot of was, kind of like, how does your day work as a coach? How much time do you need to invest? And I think that's really important because I think people can get a false perception that they have to pour hours into this to make it work. And that's simply not true. So when I started out a little over 3 years ago, I was working a full-time job. I had my son, and I also had that other part-time job as well. So I was pretty busy and running around a lot. There wasn't a lot of extra time in the day, so I would just tackle things first thing in the morning. Maybe I would get a little bit earlier. I get my workout in, and I would work on the business a little bit, work on inviting some people to share about what I was doing. And I would take that time, maybe a little time on like my lunch break where I had some downtime. And anytime I had little breaks here and there, that's where I would fit it in. And then after we came home and did dinner and bedtime with my son and all that type of stuff, at night is when I would really connect with people because that was the most amount of time that I had during the day. So I would, and it's pretty simple when you're using Facebook. You can really just send messages and connect and ask people how they're doing and share about your experience with this business and chat with people. And so even if you're just chilling out at home at night and sometimes instead of like staring out into space and watching TV, I would use that time to work on my business. And that's how I did it while I was working full time. So it's fully doable to do this around a full time job. And most of the coaches on the team work full time. So it's, there's a mixed variable. There's, of course, some stay at home moms, but there are many working professionals as well that are doing this and have been able to leave their full time jobs because of this awesome business. So I just wanted to, share that little piece with you as well, because it can definitely work in, an hour or less. In a day, and not including your workout and drinking your shake and all that. And then personal development, I mean, if you're driving to and from to work, how to fit that in. You can get audio for your car, you can listen to podcasts, things like that. So you're just kind of using your time effectively. Sometimes when I'm cooking dinner, I'll listen to a podcast, and it really kind of sets the tone and everything, or when I first wake up in the morning while I'm getting ready. And so there's definitely ways to do things without like eating up all your time. And since you are a business owner, this is your own business and you're the CEO. How cool is that? You get to set when you work. So there's no one telling you when to clock in at 9 a.m. and clock out at 5 p.m. You can set your own hours around your own family obligations. And I think that's the really cool part, is that we can work this anywhere, and we can work this on our own time. And I think that's really key too. And that's why I love it, because I can put the time and the effort in, but also keep my family first, which is, my number one priority, and why I do this to, help my family, and then also to help the amazing people that I get to meet. So I hope that's helpful. Please keep asking the questions. I think they're awesome. So thank you so much. And, we will wrap up tomorrow in here with some more information and a few more posts today. So please feel free to ask away. All right. Thanks, guys.